exactly how websites are created and how they really works, and also how you can create your own website with HTML, CSS and JavaScript. These all things we will learn in this video with nice example and in a very practical manner. So please stay tuned and like, subscribe and put the video in full screen and high speed for better experience. So at first let's understand that how a website really works. So in this Google website we can observe that this whole website is made from some text, images and some buttons and a input box in which you can type anything. Okay, so this whole website is made from these elements. So the whole layout of this website is made from some texts, images, input box in which you can type anything and some buttons. So basically this is the layout of this website, and this layout is created using HTML. HTML means hypertext markup language. So using this language we can create layout of any website. So the whole layout of this website or other websites is created using HTML, hypertext markup language, and this layout contains these texts, images, buttons, these input box and some other things also. So now here you can see that these texts and these icons are in the right top of this website, and these images, these buttons and this text and this input box is at the middle of this website, and these texts are at the bottom of this website, and also these texts are in black color and these texts have blue color, and in the bottom these texts have gray color and their background have light gray color. So basically this is the styling of the website, like assigning the alignment of texts, buttons and images and changing their color and adding more effects in the website is the styling part. And we can do styling using CSS. CSS means cascading style sheet. Like in this website we have set alignment of these all texts and background color of this footer and also color of these texts. These all things we are doing using CSS, cascading style sheet. So basically using HTML we create elements and the layout of the website, and then using CSS we style all these elements and layout. So all websites front end part is created using HTML and CSS. Front end means the part of the website that users see. Like in this Google website you are seeing these things, so this is the front end part of this website. But let's say if you search something on the Google, then it will show you many different results. So this thing we cannot do with the simple basic HTML and CSS. For this we need to create backend of our website. Backend means where we can apply all our algorithms for doing what we want in the website. Like here if we search something, then Google will be show us results according to our search. So Google will process all these things on their backend and then show us results. So this whole website is created using HTML and CSS, but the backend is created using other language. So the all things that are you seeing now, like these input box, images, texts and these images, these all are front end part, and this whole part is created using HTML and CSS. And when you search something on Google, then it will call backend and then get result from backend and then show us on the front end. So by this way all websites on internet are working. They create their front end using HTML and CSS, then they create their backend and then they connect front end using backend for showing results that the user want from the web. So basically by this way all websites are created. So now let I tell you how you can use HTML and CSS to create your own website. Let I show you example of this website now. I created this website intentionally very basic so that you can understand better. So in this whole website you can see that there are different colors of the background of every section, and also texts have also different colors, and also you can see that this whole layout contains buttons, texts, images and the background colors. These things this whole layout contains. So this whole layout is created using this HTML code. So in this HTML code you can see that in header section we defined all these texts like home, about us, contact us and blog. These all links are shown here in this website, and also in this section you can see that here are some texts and a button, image and some more text. So in this main section here in this code also you can see that this heading we defined like this manner, and then this button we have to define this button like this way, and then this paragraph like this short small text we can define by this method, and if we want to add image then we need to add this code for adding image. So now let's say we want to change this heading and we want to write some more text in this. So for that we need to write text here. Let's say if I write any text, then when I save it, so you can see that this text appear here. And also if we want to change this button text, so for here we can write in this button tag, and after writing the text when you save it, then you can see that this text is also changed. Like this same way we can change the image, text and the footer also. And also here in this line you can see that I connected the CSS style.css file to this HTML file. So this CSS file is adding all these colors of background, texts and button, and making this image round, and all these things are happening because of this CSS file. Now let's say if I remove this CSS file and then I save this file, then you can see that this is the web page without the CSS file. So now you can clearly see that what is the role of CSS file. So this is the CSS file. Here you can see that in the header, this is the color of header, so we defined here. So now let's say if I change this color, let's say I change this color to green and then I save it, then you can see that the header becomes green. And here you can see that I targeted this header by using this header keyword. And in HTML file you can see that in header div I assigned this div a ID header, and then in CSS file I am targeting this header div. After targeting this, we can assign all properties in this, like if you want to change this color and text color, so we can assign all these properties. So in the same manner, in these all HTML tags we have assigned IDs, classes, so that we can target them in CSS file and then we can style them, like in the main section. In HTML file, this is the main section. So we have assigned ID to this section, and then we are targeting here. We have added this color to the background. So if let's say I change this, then the background of this file will also change. So by this way I targeted the all HTML tags. Here are the HTML tags in this HTML file, and I have assigned IDs and classes to these old HTML tags, and then I am targeting these tags in the CSS file for styling them, because in HTML we cannot style all elements. For styling we need to use CSS, and for creating elements and the layout we use HTML. Now I think you get it that how we can create any website using HTML and CSS. So basically for creating any website, first we need to learn HTML and CSS, and after that using HTML and CSS we can create front end of any website. So if you want to learn HTML and CSS language and want to create websites, then I will link some useful playlists and videos link in the description box. So if you want to really learn, then you can check them out. From them you can easily learn HTML and CSS from basics to advanced.